I was reflecting on something today which is quite astounding because it's been so much time that it's hard for me to realize that that amount of time has gone by so quickly. But 20 years ago this summer, I stood on a stage at the Motown Cafe in New York City and I announced the launch of a project called Urban Sports Network. That restaurant isn't around anymore, but my company, Interactive Sports, launched a website essentially called Urban Sports Network, which was aimed at providing a different perspective on the sports business, the business of sport. And the idea was to bring fans inside to the in the game, bring them close up to athletes, help them understand what was going on in terms of contract negotiations and activities, and create a field that was gritty, that was hip, and that was more personal to reflect what fans were looking for and still enjoy about sports. It's interesting when we launched that, it was a website. And it was a website that we linked to various activities, including video, which we couldn't deliver via that website at the time, a club program where you could become a member. We sold merchandise and products. We had interviews. We had, I'm trying to think of some of the other things we had associated with it. But what's fascinating to me about this is that 20 years ago, we were talking about things, trying to do things that we can now do routinely. The idea of shooting a video, posting it right now so everybody can see it around the world. The idea of uploading content easily. We had a graphic design firm who was focused on uploading content for us. We can do that now ourselves. And this is an interesting time because what we're seeing today with all of the content capabilities has been in development for a long time. Even in the 80s when I worked at a media company and we were talking about the demise of media and the newspaper business, that is still happening. Now, newspapers are certainly limping along, but the evolution of the internet and the changes in media have been a long time coming. That said, they're here. And what's interesting today is that all of those things we talked about back in the 90s with Urban Sports Network and all the other projects that we launched in my company, we can all do it now pretty easily. And what that means is that every company, every entrepreneur, every organization is in the content business. And if you haven't figured out a way to make content available to your audience and to do so regularly and to bring them inside into your marketplace and your organization, you're squandering a tremendous opportunity that is absolutely incredible. And I am astounded today as I look and see what's available, having been in the media business so long and having seen this evolution from newspapers to cable television and online services, proprietary services like I sold on Wall Street, the evolution of the internet, and all the things that have happened in between. Every business is in the content business now. And so what that means is that your clients are expecting you to provide content to help them understand how to interact with you, to do business with you, and how to have a better business and how to have a better life. What's different today is the potential to integrate all of the elements that are required to make money in the process are more readily available. The ability to have a button that people can click on and download something and pay for it. The ability to integrate services that people can sign up for immediately and do something with It's all available right now, and it is an exciting time. So what you've got to figure out is how to take advantage of this. Now, much of my consulting work is with high-end businesses. And you can't be a premier business today without having an effective content strategy. It doesn't matter whether you're in luxury or financial services or retail and hospitality. In particular, in those markets, you need a very good content strategy. And you have to keep your eyes and ears open to figure out how to make that evolve and how to make that effective. But you can make money today doing it. And it's an exciting time for entrepreneurship. It's an exciting time for businesses. And it should be an exciting time for you. But sometimes when I'm speaking at events, I'm fascinated by the event organ. In fact, today we were talking to a group about speaking at their event. And I'm astounded that they did not make some of the decisions that were crucial to the event. I'm not going to be speaking there. But they didn't make some of the decisions early on because they're in the content business. So why weren't they providing content about what they're doing, what people are going to learn, engage people before the event, engage some of the speakers? You know, one of the challenges is sometimes organizations, in this case, they're thinking of it as an event. They're not thinking of it as a content opportunity. And they don't realize that the content can drive the promotion of the event, the success of the event, the excitement around the event, and the expectations of the event. They think it's just that day. They think it's just that day, and it's bringing people together, and they're thinking, oh, how can we do this in the cheapest way possible? Rather than creating something that is really compelling, that pulls people in, and that's driven by content. So, look, bottom line, you're in the content business. We have reached a stage where everybody is a media company, individually and as an organization. You've got to figure out how to capitalize on this. So if you're not blogging, if you're not doing videos, if you're not doing newsletters and email marketing and all these things that are now so easily available, and more importantly, what your clients expect, you are squandering this tremendous opportunity. I call it content, clients, and coin. And you've got to figure out your content, client, and coin strategy. If you like this idea, give me a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe to my channel because I've got a lot more coming.